Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Secrets of the Bees. This is a National Geographic docu-series. It's only 2 episodes, and it is, let's see here, they're about 50 and 46 minutes long each. I only watched the first episode. I got the point of it. I got the idea, but it is still, it's compelling. You think, it's just bees. It's just, yeah, there's no, at least not in this first episode, it's not meant to be a big push to save the bees, which is something we need to do. We definitely need to protect all bee cultures and hives and things like that in order to keep this world alive, because without the bees, we don't eat. I realize you say, well, I can eat cheeseburgers and I can eat, those cows or chickens you eat? They eat grain. And if the grain doesn't grow, well, and other things they eat and other things, then they go hungry and they don't exist, and then we don't eat. So there's a number of different ways. That's not the only way, but there's a number of different ways that without bees, our agriculture breaks down. The way plants and trees and everything else, how we breathe changes without the bees. So the bees are not a small part of our environment. So, but that it doesn't focus on that for this episode that I watched. It is, by the way, hosted by Bertie Gregory. Yes, another Bertie Gregory appearance here after his Hammerhead show. We have him. Actually, a very small bit of him. He's narrating throughout, but very few moments of him actually in the wild, in different places with a tremendous camera rig. And yeah, I think the shots of the camera rig are meant just to show off what kind of camera equipment they went and spent money on to capture these astounding high resolution up close. By the way, 2026, so it's very, very new. So that the quality of this footage, it almost looks unreal. And I know we're always in a state now where, is it AI? Is it is it created artificially? This does not look artificial. There's moments where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't understand how we're getting such a slow motion, realistic view of these just tiny, tiny, tiny creatures. Every hair on their bodies, including their eyes. Yes, the queen has hair even coming out of her eyes. Yeah. So you get to see their culture, how they get around. I learn new stuff. I mean, I figure not that I know everything about bees, but I learned some new stuff. They use tools. They've in a sense they use tools. They know how to figure out complex processes to get what they want, such as say in a lab where they're being observed. They've trained some bees to actually know how to get the little sugar water that they really want. It's in a contained place, and it requires them to move 2 different obstacles, because one obstacle will not move without the other one out of the way. And they learned how to move that first obstacle to get the second obstacle to move so that they can get access to the thing they want. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty cool. So it's definitely worth checking out for just that. They're intelligent. They're so freaking smart. And also, you get just beyond the close-ups. I learned that hornets are pretty big compared to your average bee, and they are aggressive. They eat bees for lunch, literally. And what do the bees have to do? They can make areas, they can build a hive within something that can prevent larger creatures from getting into. Yeah. Then there's also the fact that once they have a hornet in their lair, if they've actually been able to chew away at the edges of an entryway to get past that, what can the hornet do? It doesn't have a whole lot of room to fly around. So they all pounce at once and create so much heat inside this little area with their flapping of their wings that it kills the hornet. Yeah, it's a pretty insane battle to the death kind of thing there. And yeah, you get to see some tragic bee deaths in this, but It's actually a lot more fun. Again, Birdie always adds his enthusiasm for just the wonders of nature that makes this so much more fun that it should be. I mean, again, it's a documentary about bees, and yeah, there's certain elements to that. Even throughout history, that we've seen other documentaries about how they're interesting and they're important, but Birdie always brings it up a notch just to show his enthusiasm, and it's catching, it's catchy. So I was about to pick a number. We already know what we're watching tomorrow. It actually came out today or maybe the day before. I can't remember because I know it shows up on Disney Channel first or Disney XD, and then it shows up on Disney Plus the next day. We are on the cusp. We're about to watch tomorrow the latest Descendants movie. Descendants Wicked Wonderland is the latest in the series. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Descendants Wicked Wonderland is what we're watching next. So the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.